4 years. Next week will be 4 years living in Thailand. The 19th of March 2020. I landed here. I've been here since. You know what? Next week I'm going to celebrate this day like it was my birthday, because it means a lot. You know, I'm not very good at remembering dates, but this date is imprinted in my brain. The 19th of March 2020. Massive change, but that's not what this video is about, is it? This video is about the real reason I quit the UK and moved to Thailand. I ditched the UK, whatever you want to call it. Why I wanted to get away so much. Actually, I said in the last video I was going to make this video. You probably didn't even notice, but when I think of a title, I then start going through the video in my head on my morning walk, and then it's like, oh fucking hell. Do I really want to do this? Because yeah, upsetting people, I don't really care. You know, if you get upset by what I say, you're not my kind of people. Yeah, sometimes you just think I can't be bothered with this shit, but other times you think, hey, look, you got to speak your mind. You got to stand up for what you believe in and say what you actually really think. So, fuck it, let's do the video. Why I really quit the UK. Let's get into it. Yeah, I think what makes it uncomfortable or makes you maybe not want to talk about this kind of stuff is, yeah, I don't want to come across like a moaning twat, moaning about the country that you're born in or where you come from, but yeah, you have to admit the UK is in a pretty bad place. Let's say a lot of people say it's finished. You know, it is deeply in not a nice place to live right now, and many issues, and just seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. It's like it's on a path to self-destruction. Well, destruction by the government, you know, but at one point, who's going to say, look, we need to change things? But anyway, you know, I'll tell you the reasons why I quit. And just so happens, I just, on my morning walk, making this video, I just sat here, thought I'll sit down here and do the next part. And someone's left a packet of cigarettes. Funnily enough, I quit these in 2018 by using a method called, I think you can only just call it brainwashing. And I realise brainwashing is real, man. If you repeat and tell people the same thing over and over again, it's imprinted in your brain. And this happens to be one of the reasons I left. I quit. Okay, let's get a few things out of the way before we begin, because when you talk about this stuff, the hate comes. I don't mind, bring it on. If you disagree with what I say, make a comment. If you agree, comment. If you've got a different opinion, you know, share it. We're all allowed to share our opinions. And the fact is, look, I'm not a political person. I'm not religious, even though I believe it. Now I'm starting to think maybe this really helps the country. I'm born in the UK, born in Scotland, but grew up in England. So I believe I'm quite happy this happened, because I'm not very patriotic. I started out patriotic, but over time, hey, look, where you're born is where you're born. This is my country, people say. This is my country. Well, no, it's not. It's just where you was born, yeah? Roll the dice, you could have been born somewhere else. Lucky you was born in a place that's affluent and rich in money. This place is rich in Mother Nature. But, yeah, before you start calling me a racist, my belief is the United Kingdom, the United States of America and Europe are pretty much the bad guys in the world. They are going around, getting involved in everyone's business and fucking everywhere up. That's my belief, you know. I believe the UK is hand in hand with America on most things, since, I don't know, like I say, I'm not very political. I checked out of this a long time ago. Tony Blair got into bed with the United States, and since then we have been everything, you know. The United States is leading the world into the pits of hell with shitty behaviour and just bad way to run things. That's my belief. If they stopped meddling in everyone's business and probably became more like Thailand. Thailand don't get involved in anyone's business. They look after their own and keep themselves good, yeah? So that's my belief before you start calling me names. And you can call me names if you want, because, yeah, what's a bit of name calling? Not going to hurt me, is it? You know, when I thought about making this video, the reasons I really quit the UK, it's like, holy shit, it's opening up a can of worms, because it's like the list of issues in the UK are huge. Yeah, it's like a massive list, you know. And is it fixable? I don't know. But let's start with the biggest issue, I believe, which is fake news. The fake news is one of the biggest reasons that really start to affect my life. Way before Brexit, I was like, what is happening here? You know, not just the news, the TV programs like, what's his name, Piers bloody Morgan and the rest of them. All these shows are all scripted and bloody paid by the big corporations that really run all the countries in the West. And it's like, just started to feel like one big pantomime show. Like everyone's saying the same bullshit. And it's like, what? You know, and every bit of news, drama, scandal is all the same. It's like, what are we going to give them next? Never did they give you some good news. Always bad news, disaster, disaster. And this is pushed down your throat. Like, what it used to be a thing in my house, like the 10 o'clock news. Dum, 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 dum. That's going to tell you what fucking shit is going off in the world today. Now, we are people. If you keep doing this to yourself over and over again, you're probably going to sleep thinking of all the bad stuff. You can't take on all the badness of the world. It's just not natural and not a good way to be. So yeah, the fake news, the fake media, I think a lot of it is just to dumb us all down as well. Like, this started to really wear me down, because I was like, okay, I'll unplug from it. Throw the TV away, stop using your social media so much, but it's very difficult to do that, because then you go to work, you go to the pub, and your opinion might be completely different to the rest of the people. I call, like I said earlier, quitting smoking, brainwashed. You're told this stuff on such a repetitive scale that it's brainwashing. It's brainwashing you to believe all the bullshit drama that really, if you go off and never look into any of it, it's not going to affect you in your life. You can go through your whole life listening to all this drama about the news, and it will not affect your life. If red party or blue party win, if this happens or that happens, it's not directly affecting you. Okay, I'm into it now. That's the first one out of the way. Fake news, fake media, and the propaganda of in these West countries that is rammed down your throat. And then that made me think, like, I've got another video coming soon. You know, if you're going to move here, move to Thailand, you know, me sharing what the things that pushed me out, you've got to have some reason, some real big reasons why you want to come and live here. It can't just be, I want to move to this beautiful place where you take a holiday. There has to be more, trust me, because yeah, the next video I'm going to make, or a video down the line, will be most people that move here end up leaving and going home because it's easy. They've made it easy, made it a lot easier, and here is harder. But it will get easier if you stick it out, but you have to have good reason to leave. So yeah, the fake news, fake media is one of the big, that was at the top. And then stemming down from that is the people. So because of all this bullshit you're fed, the people you're rubbing shoulders with on a daily basis, there's a lot of unhappiness, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of fighting amongst each other. You know, I see video clips on social media here, and the stuff that happens in the UK that's deemed, when you're there you think it's normal, but then when you stay away for a long time it's like, that is not normal. Stealing people's property in broad daylight. I've seen a video clip where the guys are grinding the locks off the bikes in London in broad daylight, probably very expensive bikes, and some are holding, like all these hoodie guys, hammers, are guarding the guys robbing the bikes with hammers. Before I would have seen that and probably not even thought about it. Yeah, someone's stealing. But now I look at it and think, this is just not normal. This is so far from being normal and acceptable. It's unbelievable. You know, and this is because of how how the system is in the UK. They have broken the place so much that violence, attacks, robbery, you know, robbing people at fucking knife point and killing people over nothing is happening so much. And it's like, yeah, this happens, it's not, you know, crime happens when it's not normal. It's not how life should be. We become weak and soft, and people know they can do it. People know they're not going to get punished for it. They laugh in the face of even the law and the police and just go, fuck you, young teenagers. And it's like, okay, well, it's just a problem we've got. You know, London's got a massive, massive problem with knife crime, and they're just doing really nothing about it. Nothing. That's a pretty big problem, I would say. Okay, well, if you're still here and not buggered off, so thinking I'm not listening to this guy slag off the UK, I don't want to come across, yeah, it probably comes across like I'm slagging off where I'm from, but it's pretty much fact, guys. You can go, you know, if you live there and you're in denial, you're probably patriotic about your country. You've got to deep down honestly admit and go, hey, shit, this country is pretty broken right now. It's in a bad way. And you want to raise your kids there. Think about that. But stick around, because one of the last problem I'll finish with, this place does very well. This place does very well, actually. Obviously, nowhere is perfect. But this place, Thailand, is so different from the UK. So far different in how they treat their people. Yeah, it's like polar opposites. So maybe if they followed a little bit of how they do it, and that is how they treat their people. I'll talk about it at the end, because something just happened here where a foreigner treated a Thai in a bad way. And then, hello, where'd he go? And the foreigner now looks like he's going to be leaving the country, and his mega big business will probably go down. In the UK, this would never happen. But yeah, after the media, then the people, the next thing that affected me in my life and I didn't like about the UK is the free loading benefit system. It's like out of control. You know, people know how to work it. Locals, you know, you've got generations, families that mum, dad, kids, grandkids, and everyone is on benefits. No one's got a job, and just freeloaders. And man, if you partake in this lifestyle, you know, a lot of people have got no ambition. They don't leave their little area, and that's their life, just freeloading off the government. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I'm the stupid one. I was the one working hard, pay your taxes, but after a while you're going, why am I paying for these freeloaders to sit at home, play computer games, do whatever they do? I don't know. Yeah, so, and then after that, the UK is fucking up everyone's country with America, and then inviting them into their country to say sorry and give them everything for free. And it's all coming out of the taxpayers' money. And this is causing big conflict in the country, I believe. You know, people aren't happy with. You got to look at. You know, people say if you say something about immigration in the UK, they call you racist and all this. But at the end of the day, if you flood a country with people and the resources can't cope, then it's obviously what's going off. What is the bigger picture? I believe all these people they're flooding in is a workforce for when the locals decide to say, we've had enough, we're out. But who knows? The grand scheme of things is not to benefit you or me. The grand scheme of things always is money. If you get this mindset, whatever's happening in the world, wars, everything is down to money. Woo! Sweating here. Now I'm just heading down to Katanoi Beach, and I'm thinking through in my head, maybe I should go home and watch what I've said already and summarize. You know, keep watching, guys, have your opinion, but wait until the end to jump into that comment section. Even if you're angry, whatever it is, wait, because you have to see everything before you can make an opinion. I believe that's what people should do. See everything and even research before you attack. Yeah. I need to summarize, and I also need to maybe at the end talk about how you can get out of this, you know, what's the cure. I believe you're not going to cure the UK, but you can get out yourself. That's the only way, I believe. The only way to get away from this is to get out. But there's other things you can do as well. So I'm going to summarize and go over that and talk about the recent incident that happened in Thailand. A foreigner kicked a Thai lady who's got a mega business here, and now it's all crumbling down for him. You know, it looks like he's going to get kicked out of the country. Big mistake. But, you know, this is one thing Thailand does very well, and that I don't know anywhere else that does it. The UK definitely don't do it. Okay, sorry, before I get into the next part, I just remembered something on the way home. And before you say what a sweaty mess that guy is, it's 8:05 and 29 degrees. I remembered a post my friend did on Facebook, and my friend was a guy, had his own business, house, everything, seemingly have everything, and he wrote on his Facebook, do you ever feel like just checking out, dropping everything, running away and never coming back? And yeah, look, not got huge of friends on Facebook, and the comment section just opened up. Wow, yes, yeah, oh my God, you know, everyone was just of the same feeling, like they had enough. And it's like, maybe this system that is in place in the West, which is go to school, study hard, get a good career, buy your house with your family, and etc., etc. You know the story, is becoming unreachable and unattainable and very, very hard in an environment that is not very nice. So it's like, what's the goddamn point here? You know, it's become more difficult to send your child to school telling them, yeah, it's all great, get a good career and everything will be fine. When really it's like, you're probably worried about their outcome of their future. So yeah, that's another thing. And it's like, is this being controlled by someone, or is this just life, how it's evolving, and it's a economy thing that's uncontrollable? I don't know, but I think some higher powers, like very mega business people, are the ones that are in control. You let me know. But anyway, I'll get ready now and we'll summarise at my business back at the shop. Okay, it's now the next day. I didn't get a chance to film the rest of this video yesterday because I was just so busy at the shop. So it's now 6 AM. I'm walking up to our garden restaurant cafe. I'll show you in a minute if you're new here and you haven't seen it before. Looking beautiful at the moment, blossoming nature. The one thing I love about Thailand is the nature. It gives me more nature. It's all around me. I lived in London for 15 years before here, and you kind of feel lost from nature unless you find a nice park or something. But here, yeah, surrounded by beautiful nature. I love the sounds, the birds, whatever else the sounds are. I don't know what a lot of them are. The flowers, look. Probably can't see, it's dark. But yeah, let's go. Part 2. If this video pisses you off, it's not for you. If this video makes you think and you're thinking, I need out, then yeah, that's why I'm making it. Okay, it's time for part 2, but before we get into it, let me show you, this is our business here, Maybelle's Coffee Garden, and I might look a mess right now. That's because the reason I'm here is to water the garden. It has been so hot and dry in Phuket right now. And this is, let me show you, if you're new here, this is our garden restaurant, Maybelle's Coffee Garden, here in Kata, Phuket. 10 minutes drive from the beach. Mother Nature at its finest right now, blossoming all around. And if you want to come and visit us, have some international cuisine, have some top-rated coffee here in Kata, Phuket. Our location, our social media links, everything you need is always in the description box. Yeah, nice and quiet at the minute, but this will change later. You can partake in nice food, drinks, but no weed here. The reason being, it stinks. Look at this, I planted this not so long ago, I think I may have shown it, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's our place. Come along, check us out when you're next in Phuket. So I was thinking, like, how can I summarize this? And maybe the best way to do it is by comparing my life now, 4 years living in Thailand, to living in the UK, and all the things that I spoke about that, yeah, I was looking at thinking, this is not good, this is not right, this is not how life should be. The first thing I said was propaganda, news, media, since I moved here, well, before I moved here, I stopped watching all TV in the UK. Throw the TV out the window, get rid of it, no news whatsoever. Since living here, it's become easier. I don't listen to the news, well, I don't speak the language for one, so I don't know, maybe if you're Thai, is the propaganda news here? Because even if it is here, I don't have to listen to it. If it took COVID to wake you up, sorry to say, but here, 2020, you can go back and look at our videos. Thailand didn't really take part in the first year. Only the second year, 2021, did they start to take part. The birds somehow fight around here. Yeah, only the second year did they start to take part and pump out news about it so they could let the tourists back in. That's what I believe anyway. But yeah, okay. And in our shop here, around the time when we first started, there was a lot of debating going on about COVID, politics, and I said, right, that's it, stop, no more, I don't want to hear it. One of our neighbours comes over and tries to tell me about politics in the UK. No, stop, I'll walk away. I'll walk in the shop and walk away from him. I don't want to hear it, I'm not interested. This doesn't affect my life in any way. People will call me selfish or whatever, I don't care, yeah, I'm selfish. Think about you. This is what, if you're, like I said, if this video annoys you, it's not for you. If you're thinking in your head all these different ideas of how you want to leave, how you want to do something, you've got lots of different business ideas, it's a sign. It means you need to do something. You need to leave and get out and do what you need to do. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Thailand partakes in propaganda news, but here I don't have to listen to it. And the biggest place for it is US, UK and everyone else, right? You know, it's just comical. The next thing what I spoke about was immigration. You know, here, mass immigration. Here, you have to pass the rules to come here. You have to have money in the bank. There's no freeloading here, you know. And it might be harsh, but yeah, if you want something, you have to work and earn your own goddamn money. Nothing's free in the world, they say, right? Yeah. And if it is, then you know, the UK, we got the border at Calais is packed with men waiting to get over. What for? For free money. That's what they're going for. Why else? It's not that good, guys. Britain's not that good, trust me. You'll have a harsh reality when you get there. And then the other thing is, with mass immigration, the country loses its identity. Like, what is it? What's it all about? What's the UK about? I don't know. Yeah. When you say the word Thailand, people know what it's about. That is Thailand. It will stay Thailand forever. And what else they have is, they have a core tradition, value that they keep, which is Buddhism. This keeps the place in check, keeps people on the same belief system. And yeah, in the UK, what we've got nothing really. It's like, it's 2024, do what the hell you like, sleep with lots of people. We've lost all morals and values. We're just becoming nothing and known for nothing. We used to be known in the UK for being well-spoken, polite and respectful. I remember back in the day being in Egypt and the people say, oh, we like people from the UK. They say please and thank you all the time, which I hope most do. I always do. And yeah, but I think we're just losing our identity in the UK. So the next thing, comparing my life here to the UK, what was really, I probably didn't even actually think about it, and it's actually now probably at the top of the list, which is crime, violence, and you know, just this kind of behaviour that is happening so often. And it's like on the street, you know, on the street you've got what do you call them, hoodies, youths who just hang around, no, you know, nothing, just ready and willing to beat someone up, even kill someone, rob someone, take their stuff. I do not see that here. And okay, yeah, I live in Phuket, which is a tourist place and expensive to live, so there's probably areas of Thailand that are deprived, but I don't think they have this problem, very bad problem of crime, violence, robbery, theft, you know, on a mass scale it is in the UK, out of control. And it's like, when you live there, it becomes normal and acceptable, and it's not normal to take other people's stuff. The other thing is homelessness. I don't see, obviously there is poverty here, but yeah, I don't see homelessness even in Bangkok. I see some, but not like the UK. The last place I lived in the UK was Paddington, and when I used to go to work in the morning, very early, the shop doorways are full of the whole street, families in tents, in sleeping bags, like, you know, that's what's happening, just crazy. But and then in the US, look, there's homeless, some places are just packed with homeless people, drugs, alcoholism, everything, you know. Obviously that drugs and alcohol is here, but you don't see it on a scale that I did see in the UK. No way, I don't see it so much here. Don't follow me. Okay, it's time to walk home and wrap this one up. I don't like making videos like this because I feel like I'm just whinging and moaning, but I'm not. Yeah, the reason I make it because many have come to our shop and said, Richie, thank you, man. Your videos have inspired me, which I'm really grateful. I really like when that happens, especially when it's young guys from the UK, you know, because most people that come are of similar age, so when someone young is watching your stuff and it inspires them to do something, yeah, that's better than any views or money. The dog's gonna follow me home. Go. See, all the dog wants is love. Spread love and happiness. There is a way out, people. You have to check out of society. Stop listening to all the crap. Reduce your circle of friends, you know, only positive people around, only happy vibes. Feed your brain. Stop feeding it all the crap. Feed it good stuff on a daily basis. Positive, happy stuff. Hopefully you won't follow me. And yeah, you have to spend more time alone. All your ideas and the voice in your head telling you to do something, it's not because you're crazy. It's telling you, it's saying do something, act. This is where our shop is, by the way. Soy Plukjae, and this is Patak Road. Big Buddha that way. Kata Beach, 10 minutes away. Got to plug the place, yeah? So that's it, guys. Start working on yourself. Feed yourself positive stuff on a daily basis and stop listening to all the crap. Cut them people away that are giving you bad energy and vibes. Might sound selfish. It's what you got to do. Time to be selfish and work on you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm checking out now. See you in the next one. A bit more positive and uplifting. Yeah. See you later. Bye. I just remembered something I said earlier in the video. I was going to say about what happened to this guy in Thailand. He's a Swiss guy, has a business here, elephant sanctuary. It's all over the news and media here, social media, everywhere. So what happened was where his house is in this big beautiful complex leads onto a beach, and there was some steps leading onto the beach. Some Thai ladies sat on the steps. he come out of his house, filming it himself, walks up to the Thai ladies, kicks her in the back and says, F off, fuck you, get out of here. You don't see the actual kick, but you kind of, you know. And he filmed it and posted it himself, I think. Big mistake. Huge business doing very well. Now he's all over the news, all over the media, and they really are, I think, going to kick him out. They're going to kick him out of the country for doing this. The lady happened to be 26 years old, doctor, so they're quite, you know, very unhappy about it. And someone high up has wrote to the immigration in Phuket and said, revoke, take his visa and get him out. That means his business will probably go. His big, beautiful villa that he's living in that leads onto the beach, you know, all by disrespecting someone in Thailand. That's one thing Thailand is doing well and can do, because it doesn't get involved in other people's business. So they're allowed to defend their own without any backlash. You know, in the UK, if you defend your own, you're in the wrong, because they've done so much wrong to other people. In Thailand, they keep themselves to themselves and they're allowed to defend their own, and they're actually respected for it in that way. So yeah, that's what has happened. Look it up. It's everywhere here.